In honor of Halloween, let's go through and rate some of my old Halloween costumes and give a little backstory. There's a lot of costumes. I realize like every year I dress up like 3 or 4 times. So let's get into it. We're gonna start from most recent and go backwards. This is last year, 2021. I was a ringleader. It was a circus themed party and I always love a theme. I'm usually a size small, but they only had an X small and I really wanted this costume, so I had to squeeze my ass into it. But at the end of the day, it kind of made it look better, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10. I felt really good in it. And if you're new here, yes, I used to be very blonde. This was the same year. I was an angel. Oh my god, I don't like it. So let me just say I walked into this party and it was all like supermodels. Like every girl was drop dead gorgeous. And I know that comparison is the thief of joy, as Tinks always reminds us. But I couldn't help myself. I'm 5 foot tall, okay? I did not feel cute. I felt short and frumpy. So I'm gonna give myself a 6 out of 10. I know I am my own worst critic, but this party was an open bar, so by the end of the night, I didn't even care. It was still fun. Maybe a 7 out of 10. This was also last year, 2021. I was Sleeping Beauty. I wanted to be a Disney princess and I thought Sleeping Beauty would be perfect for me because I am always sleepy. Like ask any of my friends, I'm the queen of naps. I felt super cute and girly and pretty in this costume. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. It's really making me miss my blonde hair. This is hands down my favorite costume I've ever probably worn in my life. I was Carrie. If you know, you know. TikTok, do not take this down. This is fake, it's makeup. But pouring this fake stuff all over myself was like oddly satisfying. Is there something wrong with me? And not everyone has seen the movie, but those who did were like, oh my god, you killed it. Also, I still have this beautiful crown. I'm obsessed with it. I use it as like a centerpiece in my apartment now. 1,000 out of 10 for this costume. This was COVID year 2020. I was Carol from Tiger King, but I didn't wear this anywhere. It was like a work Zoom call Halloween meeting. Get it? Tiger King, my cat. And Kim Kardashian copied me like the very next day. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 10, maybe a 5. I wouldn't actually wear this out, by the way. This is the same year, Halloween 2020. My cousin Z, I am obsessed with her. Let me tell you, this was like the best time of my life because Z is from Arizona. She stayed with me for like 2 weeks. So we're basically roommates. It was so much fun. We decided to be the girls from Spring Break. And we just went on my rooftop and had a whole photo shoot. These masks were so hard to find, but I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. It was so much fun. A core memory that will stick with me forever. We didn't even go anywhere. We just went upstairs, took pictures, and went downstairs, edited them, and posted them. It was COVID. There wasn't much we could do. All right, I don't want to run out of time, so go to part 2. There's a lot more interesting costumes in there. Rating and giving backstory of my old Halloween costumes, part 2. This was 2019. I was a loofah. Listen, I needed a last minute costume, and luckily enough, my office has a closet with a bunch of old clothes and costumes. One of the managers at my work told me that I could borrow a costume from the closet, and I chose a loofah. I thought I was being quirky and fun. I don't even know. I think it was cute and funny, but also like, WTF, why are you a loofah? I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I would give it a 7, but the extra point is for this bathtub photo shoot. This was the same year, another last minute Halloween party. Listen, NYX Cosmetics had a super cool party, but I didn't have enough time to get a cool costume. And I could not miss this party. So I went as like a rocker chick. Look at my hair. Oh my god, it's disgusting. 10 out of 10 for the party, 4 out of 10 for the costume. Minimal effort. I could have done much better. But again, it was last minute. I don't even get to see my face in this one because it's so half-assed. I was Hugh Hefner. Again, another random party. This was like kind of lame. 2 out of 10. This was the 4th costume I wore for 2019. I was the cheerleader chick from the Toros from Bring It On. I had an ex-best friend, keyword ex, who was supposed to be the cheerleader from the Clovers and we were supposed to go together. She ditched me, so I was stuck being a Clover alone. And then a few years later, she stole $10,000 from me. Her ditching me on Halloween should have been the first red flag. I mean, I got this costume altered and everything. I spent like a total of $200 on this stupid cheerleading costume. So for that, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 because I made the most out of it. Billie Eilish, one of my favorite costumes. This was also in 2019. Why did I dress up like 5 times in 2019? The effort that I put into this, I mean, it speaks for itself. This was my inspo. I did a whole YouTube video like reenacting a Billie Eilish interview. And I stayed in character all day long. Like I wore this to the office and I wore it at night to the club. It was so much fun. Honestly, a lot of people complimented me and I was like, I killed it. 1,000 out of 10 for this one. This was 2018. I realized that I will wear this robe and make it into a costume at any chance I could get. I was supposed to be a desperate housewife. I don't know. 6 out of 10? Years are getting kind of confusing for me, so I'm not sure what year this was, but I dressed up as Wonder Woman with my goddaughter. Her mom is my first cousin, and this was her idea. 1,000,000 out of 10 for my baby goddaughter, Darla. She is precious. 6 out of 10 for me. I'm also going to a superhero party this year, so I might rewear this dress, fair warning. But I'm gonna make sure to look a lot better than I did when I wore it here. Ugh. And again, how cute is my goddaughter? Ugh, obsessed with her. Again, not sure what year this was, but I was Chucky at one point. I sprayed my hair red. It was so much fun. To be honest, I don't love the way I look in these years and before these years, but the costume was still fun, so 8 out of 10. Little Red Riding Hood. This might have been the same year. 10 out of 10 for these red Louboutin shoes. I think this is the only time I've ever worn them. 7 out of 10 for the rest of the costume. I think this was 2016 or 2015. I was an army nurse. Is that like under boob sweat or shadow? I don't know what that is. I don't remember it being sweat, but 6.5 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm gonna do a part 3. Part 3, rating my old Halloween costumes, and we're taking it way back. This was, I think, 2013. I was a pirate, and you can't really see, but my cat Simba, he was a pirate too. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I think this was the same year, I don't know, 13, 2014, 2012 maybe. Poison Ivy, I spent so much time spraying my hair red, and it took a long time because I had dark hair at this time like I do now, and it really took a lot of effort to get it that red. This was so long ago, so I don't even remember, like, I think I made the dress myself. I think I, like, glued everything on it. That's crazy that it was so long ago that I don't even remember, but I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10 because I know I put a lot of effort into this. This was another year. Look at this. This was real hair. Like, this is extensions now, but at the time, this was all my real hair. Wow. I was a bunny. I'm gonna give this maybe like a 5 out of 10, pretty basic. I think this was like maybe 2012 or something. I was a baby. Like, this was my old bedroom at my parents' house. Look at all the Twilight posters on the wall. I have a bunch of Vanessa Hudgens pictures on the wall. I was obsessed with her. This was that phase where I was wearing gray contacts, and honestly, they didn't look bad. Like, they looked good. I was a sexy cop. I think this was like one of my first sexy costumes. 1,000 out of 10. I loved it. This was like my first night that I went to like a big girl, like actual Halloween party. I was definitely under 21. I might have been under 18. I honestly don't remember. But the guy like throwing the party like let me sneak in. I thought it was so cool. I remember being so excited, and I got in so much trouble because I came home late that night and my parents were so strict at the time. But again, this is a core memory. I loved it. 1,000 out of 10. This, I think it was 2012. I was Captain America. This is my dad. He's so cute. This is the first time I got really drunk. It's fitting that I'm posing with my dad in this photo because he was holding my hair back while I threw up. He's such an angel. I love him. I just remember being so sick, and I wasn't of age at the time. My mom was like, why did you drink? Like, you're so bad. Like, da-da-da-da. And my dad was like holding my hair back. He's like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, you're fine. Don't listen to your mom. It was so sweet. This was God knows what year. I was an angel. 3 out of 10. So basic. But I feel like if I rewore this, I could make it a lot cuter. Princess Jasmine. Ugh. So embarrassing. I'm sorry. I'm just like cringing at my old self. I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 10. If I was Princess Jasmine now, I feel like I would kill it. Not like this. I'm gonna throw in this little baby picture. I think this was kindergarten. This was my bestie, and this was me. Her name was Kaylee. Oh my God. I remember, like, she was like my first best friend. Kaylee, and Courtney was my other best friend. Anyways, I was Esmeralda. 1,000,000 out of 10. I'm obsessed. I need to find like all the other old Halloween costumes from my childhood. I know my mom has all of those, but I'm probably gonna do that and make a part 4.